You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. You're watching the NWP podcast. You're watching the new one live. I know this.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome to Sábado Gigante. I'm Jimmy, and with us, as always, Mr. Tony York.
Two in a fucking row. How about that shit?
Hell yeah.
Stop it right there.
Hell
There
yeah. Surprised you think I'm doing it on accident by now.
This is only the second time I've actually got to see it happen.
Yeah.
Besides, I'm 30 minutes behind or 30 seconds or whatever the fuck it's like after any given day.
All you gotta do is a perfect little area to just pull them right to the side and. Hello.
Good morning, people.
Hello, Happy Town. Morning, all.
Probably so fucking loose you'd have to have a tuba board tied to your ass, keep it falling in, but still.
Oh yeah, who knows what those
Nice spot.
who knows what those Hollywood moguls are shoving up there, huh? You want to do a movie? I got this half-gallon bottle of vodka.
Here, let's try this seedless watermelon.
You ever put a closed pole up there? Whatever them things are called in the closet, you know. How about a Febreze bottle? That's the way.
Fuck yeah, just grab that 2-liter of Pepsi.
Yeah, let's turn this bitch into a hallway.
Tomorrow you'll be known as the Great Splunker.
Yeah, the Grand Canyon.
Dark Cave of Wonders.
You know, in all seriousness, spelunking, I'm glad you brought that up. Would you ever do that?
No.
Even if they paid me well, I don't think that I would participate in spelunking.
Night Strike, it's not your fucking fault you don't know the English language. Jimmy's fucking lying every time he's on here. Called entertainment.
Yeah. It's called a double entendre. Or something like that. I don't know. And I thought you had the night flu, motherfucker. What's going on?
Who, me? I ain't got nothing.
Nah. Mr. Motherfucking no hit or miss tonight. I also won't be jumping in any other streams as a participant this week either. I caught the stomach flu. Oh, cry face.
Well, he's probably got to get up and jump to shit or 10.
Yeah, we don't. All of a sudden, me and you are talking about fucking the fucking 14th Amendment, and this motherfucker. Sorry, guys. But yeah, no spelunking for me. I could never do it, man.
No.
Some of those expeditions sound really cool, like when they went to the I forgot what it was, but they did a whole like Discovery Channel series about these guys going. It was like the Knights of Templar treasures or their cave, and that shit looked really awesome. Like I would probably have a fun time doing it, but no, thank you, no, sir.
When I was a kid living down in Missouri, there was caves all over the place down there. But I found one. Me and a couple of buddies were out hunting, and then we just started exploring the area. Found a cave that I went down in looking into, and it got to the point where I had to get down and wiggle through an opening on my chest, and I was damn near wedged in it, but I did make it through to a very large room inside. And I happen to remember that, hell, not long after we discovered a little cave on our place down there in Missouri, we just bought. And I'm thinking, I don't know how in the fuck I ever did that as a kid because I'd never fucking try that shit now.
Nah, you're just explaining the squeezing through. I would be freaking out right now. I'm not claustrophobic or nothing, but nah, I'm good. I'm
Uh,
good.
Once I actually got into one of the early, uh, fuck are them, MRI machines,
Fuck that too.
that whole cave exploration shit, if I wasn't doing it in a Jeep, I ain't fucking going.
Yeah, I'm just not the explorer type, I guess. I don't know. What's up, Oz? What's up, Gunny? What's up, Night Strike? What's up, Semi?
Yeah, part of what gets to me about the whole thing is we'd been in several caves down there, but uh, I can't imagine we never run across a fucking rattlesnake or something while he's doing it.
I've been in a cave or two in my youth, but nothing that can be considered fucking spelunking. More maybe peeking, looking, but definitely not. Hell nah. You're fucking
Well,
crazy.
part of our uh, activities as a youth was riding our bicycles where they were putting in Interstate 55 going south. So there was a couple of drainage tunnels they
Hmm.
put in. They just buried culverts basically, but
Yeah, but
we
that's
would go.
still that's not a cave and that's not spelunking. Like I wouldn't even consider
No,
that scary.
but when you get to the other end, it's so far because it was about probably a little better than a quarter of a mile long, and it had turns in it. We got the other end. It was in pretty much darkness until you got to the bars. They had the other end barred off so nothing could get in it because it came out right next to a livestock farm. They didn't want cattle getting in it.
Maybe would be a good introduction to spelunking.
Oh, as a kid, I was fucking riding my bike through there. It didn't bother me none. I wouldn't probably be bothered by doing that now. But getting down on my fucking chest and wiggling through a fucking opening that I can't even crawl through, no, no
Nah.
fucking no way.
Nah, danger is something that I try to stay as far away from as I can nowadays.
But I mean, there was a room that was probably, you figure out it was 12 or 13 when I did that, so it looked like it was like just a big fucking 10-foot tall room, so it's probably 5 feet tall,
Mm.
uh, and probably 6 or 8 feet kind of in circumference. There wasn't a real specific shape to it. I can remember it vividly, and I can remember that there's no fucking way on earth I'd do that now.
Hell no. Hell no. Um, did you see the fucking? You didn't see the Parkland shooter trial, have you?
I don't fucking need my attention.
It doesn't deserve
They're
any of our
all
attention
fucking
at all.
guilty.
Yeah, well, it doesn't deserve any of our attention at all. But we were kind of talking about it on air. We're transparent to the audience. We were kind of talking about it off air. Um, and I just think it's retarded. I think that it's one of these situations where another fucking loser kid that has nothing going for it and has no goals or ambitions is gonna see this shit and be like fucking, whoa, this is a good way for people to know my name. They'll all know
Well,
me.
I'll tell you something.
I'll be on
I
court
don't know.
for a fucking months on end. Like goddamn, Tony. They're covering this goddamn thing like it's fucking Brad Pitt and Amber Heard or Johnny Depp and fucking Amber Heard. It's
I was gonna say I
ridiculous.
missed the Brad Pitt one.
Yeah, well, nah, yeah, I don't know what he's got
Uh,
going on. I hope Brad Pitt's okay.
did you see
What?
the note I'd left on Discord about the did Hitler do any good things?
Oh, I left that. No, you responded to it
I left one on there just day before yesterday, I think, maybe even
because
yesterday.
Connery put a good response on there, but I was just kind of trying to figure a way to wiggle this shit in there. But yeah, no, I
Well, at any
I didn't.
rate,
Go ahead. I posed the question to Tony on like I put in show notes in the Discord every now and again, And I posed to Tony, fuck me, I'm never gonna find it. What if, is there any argument to be made that Hitler was a good dude, just crazy or something like that?
Nah, that ain't where I was heading. I was thinking more along the lines of, what things that he did were actually good for the German people. And there was stuff in the beginning that, if you don't dig too deeply, looked good. But at
Right.
any rate, that's not where I'm going anyway.
Okay.
When I was looking into this, I watched a thing on the Hitler Youth, and their glowing thing that many of them said now, that they're old men, uh, fits this particular deal about today's mass shootings and shit, the news coverage and stuff. And what these guys all said is suddenly we matter.
Yeah. The bad guys, you mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, the
Oh,
Nazi kid.
yeah. Yeah,
But I mean,
we're finally getting the attention we deserve type shit, huh?
that's the same damn thing you see with this sort of thing, where suddenly they matter. They're somebody,
Yeah.
uh, and I think that's fucking wrong. Although you can't report on it without that happening, and you really can't not report on it, at least to a minimal extent.
Well, I
I
just
mean,
think
it is new.
yeah. Well, I mean, the whole court process is kind of fucked up anyway. I mean,
That's fucking retarded. I mean, he pled guilty. What's the
what
fucking
are we
deal?
do? Yeah, what are we
Death.
doing? Sentence this motherfucker already. What the fuck? We don't have to have these kids coming up here and reliving the situation because they had motherfuckers go up there and showing their bullet holes and all that shit. But now, in my cynical, fucked up mind, though, I'm thinking like, did the victims, obviously they didn't enjoy being a victim, but are they getting something of a kick out of this
They're
too, or are they being
same deal.
re-traumatized?
They're getting attention.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Does the trauma even bother them at this point, knowing that they get to be on the news and like, I don't know. I don't
Uh,
fucking know. That
I
David
would
Hogg
say,
kid was the worst. And he's still in fucking. He was in Congress talking shit about guns too, like or something. I saw something on Twitter with him getting kicked out of somewhere with a suit on and shit, talking to a bunch of politicians. I don't know, but that kid was the worst. Him and that bald lesbian bitch that was with him, fucking them two kids, like they were the worst. They're clearly fucking like the David Hogg kid, at least clearly an actor.
well, yeah,
The other bitch, there could be an argument made that she was just like a tag along and doesn't know any better or something. I don't know. That whole situation was fucked up, but why make everybody relive it? Why bring it back into the media attention? Wouldn't it be so
uh,
much easier? Hey, Nicholas Cruz got sentenced to fucking death today. Oh, okay, cool. Who
the
was Nicholas
media
Cruz?
attention is the why.
Yeah. The why what?
The why they bring it back.
Oh yeah. It'll get good ratings. We'll get good ratings if we throw the fucking shooter kid on the news. Shootings are
Oh,
popular
yeah,
now, aren't they? Aren't shootings popular now, Deborah? Yeah, they sure are. All right, we'll put it on.
I back in the day, basically it was you're guilty, you're dead.
Hmm.
I miss those days.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of where I go when I talk about like us being a nation that can police ourselves and shit like that. Like, hey man, you get three chances to steal a loaf of bread. Your third chance, man, guillotine. Ha ha ha! The best present the French ever gave to us.
Too fucking messy.
It ain't. Get a bucket.
So I'm saying fucking rope, man.
Lay a tarp down under the guillotine and get a bucket, catch the head.
If the body's heavy enough, the head will pop off just like you want, so you win sometimes.
Yeah, yeah. Well, we'll make sure that blade is heavy enough. I want a 200-pound slab of steel up there, sharpened to a razor's edge.
But you don't get the entertainment value for the kiddies like you would with the hanging.
That is,
Nothing
yeah.
like having a bad guy kicking and flopping around and shitting and pissing himself to tell kids that you don't want to do bad stuff.
A squirming and all the squirming and the flipping and the flopping.
That's right.
We'll get to all the Discord things in a minute. For right, we're overthinking this. A wood chipper in the back of a boat and chum for sharks. No mess. There you go. I'd love to meet
Again,
David Hogg.
rope is
David Hogg.
cheaper.
I bet you, Shawnee. I'll listen. I'm doing good, Sammy. Thanks for asking. Um, they're gonna pony show this trial to prance out their misinformation and tug at the heartstrings of the short yellow bus crowd of citizens. Oh yeah, for sure. Shawnee says, I'd love to meet David Hogg. The first thing I'd ask him is, are you the love child of Judd Hirsch and Robert Francis O'Rourke?
Well, you would probably go right over his head.
I'm pretty sure that if it's not in the script, he doesn't know what to say. Followed up by just how fast did you have to pedal your noodly little legs through those skinny jeans from Cali back to Florida after the Parkland shooting you weren't even part of? That, yeah, he's over there standing up for shit like, yeah, I used to go to this school once. Gunny says Hog is an ass on display. If you want a spectacle, all it takes is a chair bolted to the floor and an acrylic tube, no mask, strap him down, fill it slowly with cold, oh my God, fill it slowly with cold water, and watch the show that scares everyone straight. Or we just get a big, the magicians fill themselves up with water, fill up a tank with water, and they're hanging upside down and they got to unchain themselves. Why don't we just do that with acid?
Well, oddly enough, I just bought 3 gallons of acid, so
Yeah, see? Oh, yeah, see all those talks I was telling you about, Tony? All those talks we had about acid, you finally fucking got it. Good job. It'll help you. Watch.
well, actually, it's for purposes of cleaning out a drain. But
Sure, sure. Okay. I believe you, but watch how wondrous it does on those drains.
you got me confused with you. I don't lie.
On
I'm
those
literally
drains, not people.
gonna try to kill and eat away tree roots out of a fucking goddamn tile drain.
Yeah, oh yeah, that's what I mean. Isn't that what acid is used for?
That's what the research I looked up said.
Yeah, exactly. That's a myth. You can't use acid to clean up the bodies scattered across your backyard.
I got fucking dogs for that.
uh, then the hate and contempt on their face as they take their first mouthful. Oh, yeah, with the acid bath. Shawnee says watching them hold their breath and go into shock when they realize there's nothing they can do. Then the hate and contempt on their faces, they take their first mouthful of water. It's not water. It's not
Well,
water. I had this thing.
unfortunately, we do have a constitution, and it is within precedent of hanging is okay with the Constitution.
Yeah, but that's antiquated. I say bring back acid.
Back.
um, I was going through a bored fucking time yesterday, and I was looking at a whole bunch of like old court cases for no particular reason at all, and I came across the Miranda case. I'm somewhat familiar with it, the Miranda versus Arizona, um, which was a landmark decision of the U.S. Hold on a second, we're just waiting for it to load. Landmark decision of the U.S. Supreme Court in which the court ruled that the Fifth Amendment to the U.S. Constitution restricts prosecutors from using a person's statements made in response to interrogation in police custody as evidence at their trial, unless they can show that the person was informed of the right to consult with an attorney before and during questioning, and the right against self-incrimination before police questioning, and that the defendant not only understood these rights but voluntarily waived them. So that, I mean, obviously we all know that that's where the Miranda rights came from. You have the right to remain silent, you have the right to an attorney if you can't afford one, yada yada yada.
Now, why in the hell would they name the Miranda riots after the Miranda case?
Well, because that's how the guy got off. He got off because fucking they didn't read him his rights, and then he had the police confession, but his police confession didn't corroborate with his court, confession and shit. And then the lawyer got it thrown off, and he got off because the police got a confession out of him without reading him his rights, which didn't exist.
Obviously, you need to study sarcasm.
Oh, sorry. um, yeah, but now I was wondering, going through that, and pretty much in a description, the Miranda case was something like, with the rights secured by the Constitution are concerned, there can be no ruling or legislation which would abrogate them. So, with the Second Amendment ending in the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed, couldn't we use that Miranda statute for the Second Amendment as well?
Well, most likely, but I don't think there's a big contingency of people in the government that want to.
Well, of course not. We, the people, would have to do that one against the government, because the government is the one that's clearly going against this.
Even our fucking Supreme Court weaves in little loopholes every time they make a pro 2A decision.
Right, but can't we just shut this down? Where's the lawyers at? Where's the ILA and the fucking all these motherfuckers? We got it.
They're
I
not
got it right
wanting
here.
to, they're not wanting to end all their Second Amendment money neither.
An idiot in the radiated deserts of Nevada figured this fucking one out, but the USCCA is still trying to fucking
Uh,
charge people for lawyers that we don't need.
Look at the USCCA or uh, NRA or any of the other ones, 2AF. What happens to their wallet when there's no more gun control? It's ruled that it's unconstitutional to have any.
Mm, yeah.
They have no vested interest to end it.
And then they had, I was looking at another one because now that got me thinking, like I said, we could use the Miranda statute and the Second Amendment and take that to a fucking Supreme Court level or something like that. And then we also have South Carolina versus the United States. Um, and that statute was the Constitution is a written instrument. As such, its meaning does not alter. That which is meant when it was adopted, it means now. So with the South Carolina versus United States statute and then the Miranda statute, I feel like we can get rid of the NFA and
See,
everything.
the thing of it is, at the end of the Heller Act, on the uh, comments the judge wrote, he said that the their decision on the Heller Act did not mean that there wasn't precedence for there to be restrictions on guns. Something like that.
So in layman's term, like, this is cool, but we're still gonna
Right.
restrict guns.
Yeah, this don't mean you can't do some restrictions.
Right, yeah. Well, yeah, because then came the NFA, right? After Heller.
Uh, fuck, I don't know.
When was
No, the
Heller?
NFA was Heller was in. Uh, God, it was just like 15 years ago.
Oh, I was gonna say the NFA was like in 36 or something like that. Like, whenever motherfuckers were still saying C after every sentence and shit.
Heller was after the NFA and the Gun Control Act '68,
Yeah,
all
right. Yeah.
uh, all of which should
Heller,
be illegal.
who was the one that got you guys? Was that Heller for you guys, or was that the
No,
McDonald
ours is
place?
McDonald,
McDonald. Yeah, that was yeah.
and ours wasn't before the federal Supreme Court, it was before Illinois Supreme Court.
Right. Yeah. See, that's what I'm saying. We need to take this motherfucker. The last four words. This is Shawnee says too. You guys are really overthinking this. Think that's the second time now. I am overthinking it. That's what we do here. How do you think this shit lasts for 2 hours, Johnny? But the last four words of the Second Amendment dictates the policy should negate every gun law on the books. Shall not means you can't be infringed every hoop and for yeah, of course. But it does exist though. There is infringements that still exist. There is agencies that still exist to infringe. But I'm saying, what arguments can we make to the Supreme Court? They obviously know already what the Second Amendment says. They know what it says and are either willfully ignoring it or ignorant to
They're
what the word
willfully ignoring.
or ignorant to yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's no way that they could be educated people and be ignorant to the English language. Um,
Well, we could go up there with the fucking Webster's Dictionary and look up the definition of the four words, shall
well,
not infringe.
well, I'm just saying that there's other precedences that have been set that have nothing to do with the Second Amendment, but everything to do with the
Part
Constitution and keeping it the way that it is.
part of our problem here, though, is that precedent is what's fucking us up, because that's what they're basing their judgment on. Precedent, not the word of the Constitution.
Mm. But the Constitution was used to fucking save people's asses a couple, you know. I don't know what Miranda. I didn't look into what this guy was wanted for or was arrested for and on trial for, but fucking, you know, he got off.
Right? Probably the Scorpio killer.
Yeah, right. Fucking the real fucking Boston Strangler or some shit. Oh no, this is Arizona. I don't know. Whatever. They got some fucking dirty fuck motherfuckers out there in Arizona too. Um,
Well, no shit, you were there
I still go there. the very
last week.
The very entity the second was designed to rein in has no authority to tamper with it. We allowed this for centuries. That's what you tell the Supreme Court. Yeah, but something tells me that I'm going to have to spew a lot of rhetoric and say a lot of words. And that's just not going to. If that were to cut the mustard, it would have did it already. We would already did it. There wouldn't be an NFA. There wouldn't be a fucking. There wouldn't be an ATF. There wouldn't be none of that shit.
Well, big part of the problem is that they narrowly focus on specific things that come before them instead of broad brushstrokes, which is what they need to do. You know,
Never.
shall not be infringed. Pretty plain fucking English that's even understandable by the dumbest motherfuckers today, except the politicians.
Yeah, right. But instead they want to go. Oh, let's break this down. A militia. What is a militia? You know what I mean? Like, shut the fuck up. If anything,
Militia, anybody who can carry a fucking gun.
the opposition is the reason why I'm overthinking shit because there's so many fucking what's the phrase that's getting taught? Mental gymnastics. There's so many fucking mental gymnastics, obstacles that you got to jump over to get to the fucking crux of the issue. And even once you get to the core, th- you're still taking a chance of them covering their ears and crying and running away. And like, it's just, there's no point in talking to the people about this.
Well,
There are some on the fence. Like I know that we could probably get on our side or with logic or whatever, but I want to take this to the source. This needs to go to the fucking House of Representatives, to the Supreme Court, to the you
the
know?
thing is that nobody out there in the legal or political community has a vested interest to stop this shit because there's too much fucking money.
Yeah.
Do you think NRA or GOA or any of those want to completely end gun control?
Somebody just
Fuck.
said that. Who the fuck just said? Shawnee just said that. They're the very people who stood up on our behalf to. I don't know what he disagrees on, but he says the very people who stood up on our behalf to argue this for decades were the very people who negotiated our rights. I don't know if you
I just
disagree with me doing it. I want to do it. I think I could do it. I got it written out right here.
I would do it.
Yeah.
I would love to get before the Supreme Court, and I only need about 5 minutes.
Yeah. And if there was lawyers, I mean, the only money that I would ever fucking try to get out of it was to pay for the lawyers. That'd be it. No money needed. We don't need money for the fucking for our Second Amendment right. The
But
organizations, all that bullshit, turn back into shooting sports like you used to be and suck my dick. Fuck,
the
you know.
well-regulated militia part of it doesn't matter. All the
No.
well-regulated militia clause says is this is why they made this amendment.
Instead of that comma, they should have put needs. A well-regulated militia, fucking, I don't know, needs the rights of the people to keep and bear arms. You know what I'm
They
saying?
didn't even do that.
No, I'm saying though, but if there was just like with all these people fucking, I take the Constitution as literal. I know what the fuck it means. I know what the Second Amendment means. I know that. But there's people out there that are so fucking stupid that just one extra word would have made it all the more literal that you can't even argue that away.
Well, yeah, they should have started it with because.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But the
Uh,
thing is that as it's written, it doesn't say that the well-regulated militia needs to have the right to keep and bear arms. It says the people.
yeah.
The reason that they wrote it's because at some point a free society could need a militia to
Well,
protect
and
themselves.
and then in them days too, men got together. The young children, young children,
Oh, this
and
ain't fucking about women.
no, I'm just saying. I'm not saying it's about women. I'm saying what my take on a militia meant. It's the people, yes, but back in them days, all the people didn't fight. The women didn't fight. The children didn't fight. Young children didn't fight. It was
You have
mostly men. So
because
so the men got
men,
together, and you call that a militia.
oftentimes men were considered men at 13 or 14 years old.
That's why I said young
Hard
kids,
dressed.
like the 5-year-olds stay their ass home.
I could teach a 5-year-old to reload my musket.
Oh my god. NRA not really activists. Oh no, they're politicians. The NRA is more politicians than anything nowadays.
They're money grubbing whores.
Yeah. Well, which is like pretty much a politician, but yeah.
Yeah.
But I think we got it figured out here. Miranda statute, South Carolina statute. We got fucking um, all the fucking cases. I mean, even the McDonald case would help out a little
Have
bit,
you
you know?
ever have you ever read the Federalist Papers?
No,
You really should go through and read them.
I didn't even know that. To be honest with you, I didn't know that there was anything even called that.
It's a book of writings from the founding fathers and some of the framers of the original Constitution who weren't exactly founding fathers. Mostly it was between two of them.
The Federalist Papers. I see 3
And
on the cover.
it goes into basically a lot of what they were thinking about the stuff they were writing. And people want to throw out, they couldn't have meant M16s back in the day. Well, they may not have meant M16, but they meant equal to what the military.
Absolutely. But that's the thing though, is that wouldn't it be great if the Second Amendment was a paragraph long so we could, in hindsight, just so we could shut the fuck up all the liberals and all the anti-gunners and all that shit. I mean,
Wouldn't matter.
yeah, bullshit.
It's It's already in it in absolutely clear, plain English in 4 fucking words. It don't matter.
Yes, I understand that, but everything else can be contested though. A militia, look, listen to this. A militia being made of the people. That boom, right there. We just explained what a militia is. No more fucking controversy over what the fuck a militia means, right?
But like I said, in reference to the Second Amendment, the militia and its composition doesn't matter. The militia is only why they did it, not what it was.
I under Tony, I understand this. You're not going to sway me because I'm already on your side, bud. I promise. I'm saying what we all have watched in the media. We've seen this all play out already. Everything that I'm talking about ain't new. They fucking say a militia, so a fucking they mean the Coast Guard or so. You know what I mean? Like you've seen all this shit before. That's what I'm
Oh, there
saying is that
again,
in hindsight, if that motherfucker was a paragraph long, if I can go back to the 1700s and be like, hey guys, listen, before you finish that Second Amendment one, let me just say this is what they're talking about in the future.
what they should have said was just the right of the people to keep and
It,
bear arms shall not be infringed. Nothing fucking else.
yeah, that too. If you shorten it up to just that, boom.
But they were trying to naysay all those people would say, but why?
All right, for the safety and security of a regulated, well-regulated militia. Yeah, whatever.
You know, at some point, you might need everybody to be armed to
But
fight
see,
a government or our government. We
but
just
that's the
did it.
thing though. That word could stand to be taken out of the fucking or not now, but back then in them days, well regulated because I mean, if you look at it, technically it's like a an annoying fucking sibling that's like got their finger in your face. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching you. I'm not touching
But
you. It's like
the
we'll let them keep their Second Amendment and we'll let them
the,
keep it without any infringements, but we can regulate it. See,
the
well
meaning of the
regulated.
word regulated didn't mean that.
Well, it's being taken as that.
Well, it means that now.
Yes, yes.
But you know, this was back before we did a bunch of fucking regulations on every goddamn thing on planet Earth. By well regulated, they meant uh,
We regulate ourselves,
basically a well-oiled machine,
but now
uh,
but you
militia
see what
that's
regular.
capable of actually picking up their guns and going and fighting.
Oh, excuse me. But yeah, but you see what regulations and all that shit means nowadays. That's what I mean.
See, it goes back.
In hindsight, man, who's got a DeLorean? Let's go back and fucking tell people
You know,
how the English language has changed since then.
this goes back to the whole Shakespeare was right shit. We should kill all the lawyers first.
Oh yeah.
'Cause they're the ones that are fucking this all up.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. It's that being a lawyer is a racket in itself.
No shit.
It's a
And it's another
racket.
one where you get to charge them if you win or lose,
And
unless you're doing lawsuits where you get a percentage of the winning.
charge them up the ass. You're gonna pay what I mean. I don't even know what a retainer fee is nowadays, but you got to pay a retainer fee, and then after your retainer fee, you still owe them money every single time they show up to court for you.
Who would need a lawyer around here more than you? Connery, what's lawyer retainer fee cost these days?
These days, I don't know. I know. In 2008, they were $2,500. That was a retainer fee for a lawyer,
I know
and
that.
then $150 every court appearance.
I know that when I looked at one in early '90, 91 or '92, he wanted $1,000 retainer.
Yeah, that
That's without writing a fucking letter on anything. That was upfront before he did any
I don't
lawyer.
even. Yeah, they don't even want to look at you unless you're talking about They're $1,000. They're 200. They're $2,500. You know what I mean? They're fucking. They don't even want to look at you till you got that money.
Uh, I don't know.
It's
Where we
just
going? I want out of this. I hate this argument.
that who's gonna go up there with me to fucking Supreme Court?
I'm not, because you're going to talk too fucking much.
Yeah, you got to. You got to spin them around a couple times before you
No, you
fucking.
don't. You get out there and you say, "Do you motherfuckers
Uh,
understand English?"
like, sir, somebody get him out of here. We just had to kick out David Hogg last week.
Shall not be infringed. Did you know any alternate meaning than fucking no?
Now we got this gun nut in here.
Yeah, I'm a
um,
gun nut. I want everybody to be able to own an AR, although I don't give a shit about one myself.
I want everybody to own everything. Fuck it.
Whatever the
Get a
fuck they
Davy
want.
Crockett. Who the fuck? Somebody was
I
making
want
an
a
argument.
Davy Crockett.
Somebody was making an argument the other, or maybe a few weeks ago, something like that. It was one of the old Gun Channel guys, and I don't know if they were on somebody else's podcast or it was their own podcast. I don't know, because I don't pay attention to that shit. If somebody shows me something, I'll watch it. That's it. But one of the old fucking Gun Channels guys, man, I can't remember who it was. Somebody might already know, but they were making the argument that fucking, oh yeah, well of course there should be some regulations. Like we don't, there you don't want your next door neighbor having a fucking nuclear device. Ta ha ha. Ha. I do, but I do though. I do. I want my neighbor to, because I would assume I know that that's a bad thing to assume, but I would assume that most people that own firearms know how to work at least their own firearm. I'm sure there's some out there that still just buy shit and throw it in a drawer. I know that exists. But
What the fuck?
if you bought a nuclear device, I'm pretty sure that you're gonna know how to work that motherfucker.
What the fuck? Who is going to have one of those? I mean, seriously, it's not like you can go get one at fucking swap meet.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And building one is probably illegal. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But yes, I'm
So if
still
you
with it.
got the money to have one, you're probably not going to have any neighbors close enough to ever know what's in your fucking.
Is that a ghost nuke?
Yeah, no shit.
You made that yourself on a on a and a drill press? Oh God.
3D printed nuke.
Yeah. But yeah, man, fucking I don't know. I call me stupid if I'm stupid, I'm stupid, but I want everybody fucking armed as
I heard
much as possible.
the stupid ass comment along those same lines is you wouldn't want everybody to have a tank, would you? I'm like, fuck,
Yeah.
it's perfectly legal to own a goddamn tank.
And then these faggots giggle at it. Neighbor wouldn't have a nuke, would he? I wish I remember who it was, man. I don't like to say names. I would have said it. I would have said it.
Throw that motherfucker right under the bus.
Yeah, I would have said. I don't like to say names. You guys know that, but my old man, I would have fucking kicked this guy right under the motherfucking
That's
train.
how stupid some of these people are, you know. Fuck, you can own a tank. There's nothing wrong with that.
Well, I mean, you got to think too. A lot of these YouTube guys are bandwagon motherfuckers anyway. Like, oh wait, I can get money if I fucking kiss people's ass and
Right. That's why they don't ever come around here
oh yeah,
or
yeah,
invite us there.
oh yeah. Well, I've had a lot of people like Gary. I know Gary would have us on. Food Travis would have us on. Teacher Travis would have us on. I know there's a bunch of people that would have us on. Night Striker probably have us on one of his nights that he doesn't have like a lot of people watching or something. But yeah, he'd let
And
us
he's
on.
not chained to the toilet.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's fucked up now. What up? What up, Muscles? What's up, Outcast? Sorry, just see
Hey,
you.
Mus. Hey, Outcast.
Um. So yeah, I think we could save the Second Amendment. Um, I think that we could fucking yeah, absolutely. I think that we can get rid of the NFA. I think we can get rid of the ATF agency. I think we could do all that. I think that that's a real possibility, guys.
Well, the money that's flowing, I don't know. because you don't have to fight their side probably nearly as hard as you have to fight your own.
No.
Because they come out when they say your neighbors shouldn't have nukes, trying to sound reasonable to the ones in the middle.
And I get that. I get
Not a
that.
lot of us want a Davy
When I
Crockett.
started
Me
my
and I'd
business
start
in
you.
No. No. I mean, I want it. I would honestly, if I had one, I would just have. I would even buy an unactive one. You know what I mean? I would get one that isn't functioning, just to have it. I would buy one. But if I could
Oh, I
buy
thought.
one to use it, that would be even more better. So.
Well, the problem with the Davy Crockett is if you used it, you would spark because
Oh yeah, you're
you can't-
radiated. You're radiated, yeah.
you ain't near far enough away from the little cloud it made. But still, I would like to have one, as a last ditch. Yeah, buddy.
Where is this? Okay, so I have this. Speaking of infringements, Tony, I'm gonna have it on the live thing on the Discord if you want to watch with us. It's that Mr. Guns and Gear video.
Oh, I don't have to watch it. I've seen it.
Okay, well I'm just watching. I'm just putting on the first couple minutes. So, let me see here what I
I have
wrote to introduce
problems.
this. Go ahead.
I have problems with the premises raised by this.
Well, we'll get into that in a second because I don't even know what you're fucking. I haven't watched the whole video. I've literally watched what I'm about to show you guys. But my prefix to this video is ATF knocking on people's doors if they buy more than one firearm. It alerts ATF and they come to check if you have them or made a straw purchase. Now, me and Tony talked about it. We all know, we've talked about it enough on the internet anyway. He's bought multiple guns and nothing happened to him, and other people on our, that are friends with us or whatever has done the same fucking thing.
Christ, I can't tell you the last time I bought just one gun.
Yeah. So I don't know if it's just the state. I don't know if it was this guy in particular, if he was known for committing that kind of a crime. I don't know what it is, but you'll see it clearly here in 1 second. I'm playing it in 3, 2, 1. With no sound.
Welcome back, everybody. As you can probably tell, we are not at home. I am on the road for something not related to the channel, but this story just...
Whatever, dude. Come on.
Have it.
Okay.
You can see it, and then after that, we're going to come back here and discuss it.
Sir?
Yeah.
Okay, that's all I'm doing is verifying that you have it. You got 2 different purchases.
Okay.
If you have them, I'm out of here. That's how quick it is. Yeah. You have them with you by any chance? Are they? If you can unload them and bring them out, or you can go out to your foyer here, check them out, fight serial number, and we're out of here.
That's it?
Yep.
That's it. It'll take 5 seconds.
The reason we're out here is we're obviously gun violence has been an uptick, so we want to make sure we're having a lot of issues with straw purchases. So one of the things indicators that we get is somebody makes like a large gun purchase, and then a lot of times we've been there
Are
like,
you showing this
those
on
guns
YouTube?
got
Because it didn't
taken.
come up here yet.
It's on YouTube.
We're obviously gun violence
I just barely turned the video on on the OBS, so it should be showing now.
has been an uptick.
I wanted to hear. Hold on though. I got to go back because I wanted to hear what the alert is that the ATF.
Check them out, fight serial number, and we're out of here.
That's it?
Yep.
That's it. It'll take 5 seconds.
The reason we're out here is we're obviously gun violence has been an uptick, so we want to make sure we're having a lot of issues with straw purchases. So one of the things indicators that we get is somebody makes like a large gun purchase, and then a lot of times we've been there like, oh, those guns got taken. We're like,
So the idea is when you purchase more than 2 guns at a time, it generates a multiple sale report. And it comes to us and we have to check them out. That's
It
all that.
generates a multiple sales report. It comes to us and we got to check it out. What? What? And then he said, and then he did kind of start by saying gun violence is at an all-time high or some shit like that, so they're checking out straw purchases. And sometimes they'll go over to a fucking guy's house and ask for the guns, and they'll say, oh, somebody took them. And then we go, What?
Well, I'll be damned if
House.
I would look anybody in my fucking house dressed like those guys are, pretending to be cops. I wouldn't give a shit if they was in full dress blues. I wouldn't let them in my house. Show me the warrant, motherfucker, or get the hell out of here.
Oh yeah. Fuck right off. Get the fuck out of here. You want to come back and bust my shit down and fucking kill my wife and my dogs? Do it fucking later. Get the fuck out of here. That's what they did at Ruby
That's
Ridge.
horse shit. Night Strike. I bought 6 handguns a few months ago. I got no knocks on the door.
This dog thinks I'm playing with her. Odds are the dude bought 2 handguns in a row, and that's how he got flagged. See, I'm telling you, that's got to be a state thing. Illinois just hasn't gotten hip to it yet and caught on to it to, like, fuck their people yet with it, but...
Are you kidding? Illinois is usually about third in line to fuck their people after New York and California.
Yeah. Just another reminder why I don't,
I mean, look at
bad
the
enough they
dudes
did that.
fucking.
Bad enough they did that. Those assholes can't even show up at the door in plain clothes. Yeah.
Look at the dude's yard right there that you're looking at. His neighborhood. Does he look like he's a straw purchaser?
Yeah. I like to help out the gangs on the weekend if I can.
There's something else here that this guy's being fucked with for some reason.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, like, look at you know, the ATF is weird, man. Like the Ruby Ridge situation. They just got a hint that the guy might be a fucking white supremacist, fucking gun nut guy. And then the Waco thing, which turned out to all be lies anyway, but they saw grenade parts and fully automatic AK lowers, which doesn't exist.
I bought.
Come on, house. Sorry.
See, my first big purchase, I can't remember. I bought 2 rifles, 3 handguns, and a shotgun. The second one I bought was when I bought the Vaquero and the Super Black Hawk. I bought that Walther CCP. I bought that Ruger Mark. And I bought the 30-06 and that 223 I got. And then this last time I bought 6 Ruger revolvers and 2 long guns.
Well, maybe you got investigated. You think that? You think that's a possibility that they got it? Because even Muscles is saying it's a federal law. So fucking, Muscles doesn't lie, man. And fucking, maybe they just like looked at you. They're like, all right, Tony, you are 60. Oh yeah, he's not giving no guns to no gangbangers, especially this fucking bundle of 22 Heritage revolvers.
They're but I bought 50 guns in the last 3 years, or no, 5 years now. Sorry. And good thing they don't track ammo here, because I'm pretty sure they would come in and look if they knew how much I had.
Yeah, but the components too. That's a motherfucker right there. Yeah.
Well, I wasn't gonna. Yeah. There's a legal limit here in Illinois about how much of that stuff you can store without a bunker or a magazine. Sorry.
And you're right. You're right about there almost.
I'm a half pound under it.
Okay, stay that way.
Unless you count that fucking pound of.
Nope, we don't count. I don't count it. We don't count it. It doesn't exist, Tony. Be careful. You did buy 8 guns recently. They might be listening. But yeah, no, fucking. I don't know. I was trying to keep up on the comments, but I lost them.
Now that I think about it, I have got to dispose of the bad powder I got from the son-in-law, because there's about 4 pounds of that here.
Well, let's finish. How does this end? Did you watch? You watched the whole thing? I take it.
I don't remember. I was so pissed off in the first few minutes. Probably didn't watch all of it.
I'm curious to see if he brought the guns out or not. I don't know. This is like a couple day old video, so somebody had to have watched it.
Well, let it play out.
All right.
That is, he did
3, 2, 1.
nothing wrong. Did absolutely zero. I noticed that you were stopped in Philly, though, right? With one of your guns.
30, 20.
We'll wait.
Just click the fucking screen that's right next to you in the Discord.
It's not right next to me. It's on another computer over there.
Slide on over. I know your chair got wheels on it.
I don't have to slide. All I got to do is turn. No.
I'm playing the fucking video.
Do you feel more comfortable?
I'm okay. I didn't expect.
Oh no! But listen, it just came up. I'm telling you, that's why we came here. Look, there's an email from the federal side saying, hey, can you make sure this guy's got his gun? Now, if you recently just purchased a whole bunch of guns, if we can look at them and just scratch them off, and that way.
I'm sorry, I got to keep pausing it, but the ATF guy is reminiscent of like a fucking a thief trying to get into your house, saying that your AC broke and they're there for their AC or something, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh yeah, we're with the water company. See, it says right here we got to check your water.
Well, that's kind of where I was going with the way they're dressed. They fuckers, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, you guys are going to come in here and rape my mom and take my piggy bank money? Fuck you. Well, I guess if you're a kid, I don't know. We had people that were trying to come in and check people's ACs when I was a kid, and that was like a scam.
There seem to be a lot of hands close to their weapons, too, but not right where this is stopped.
No, yeah, but they keep going back and forth. Yeah, you'll see that guy that's leaning on the post. He just got done having his fucking hand right there on his hip. Not on his gun, but on his hip. All right, I'm playing it again.
Because I know we don't see this again.
Yeah, we can just write which ones you just bought, and so we save a trip from coming back. We can just confirm that you have them.
Right. Okay. Yeah. I'll go get them.
Okay.
Okay.
We will wait out here.
Okay.
We will stay out here.
Okay.
You can lock yourself in there.
My little boy in there and my wife.
Yeah,
Oh no. Listen, I understand. We'll stay out here. No big deal.
That's fine.
All right.
We'll stay out here.
All right.
Did you notice too? Did you notice that the guy in the back said he was starting to say if you lock yourself in there, and then he stopped. If you lock yourself in there, we're gonna bring over the sound machine and fucking explosive.
Fellas, you don't get shit but out of here without a warrant.
Yeah, you're not looking at nothing. Fuck you.
Now that y'all have seen the footage, a few things I probably need to explain for newer
Okay,
folks.
so it ended right there with guns and gear. So I'm assuming that he just came outside and showed him the guns.
Now, see, what they're not showing is this 18-year-old black dude with dreads in his hair that lives in this house? Well, then
Sounded like a cockazoid.
maybe I would be a little curious about everything then. Because that yard don't look like what you would expect. And that's just me being a racist asshole, mind you.
There's more footage on this video? Shit, I just clicked out of it, man. Son of a bitch.
You probably have to go find the whole video.
Comes to guy's house for 2 guns? 2 guns? Legally armed America.
There's something amiss here.
One simple but
What? The whole fucking thing is a miss. What are you
I
talking
know it,
about?
but I mean, if they're legitimately going to this dude's house, then there's a reason why they're suspecting this guy of doing something. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, that they did some kind of an investigation or some shit on this guy, and something came back fishy. Like the Ruby Ridge guy, what was wrong with him other than he did what the ATF asked him to do, that overpaid and asked him to do?
Well,
Would they give him like $1,000 to fucking
he was an
saw off
outspoken.
2 inches of a shotgun?
He was outspoken anti-government.
Yeah, but all he did. No, I've just went through 3 different videos. That's the most footage I could. It stops when he goes into the house. So Night Strike, if you got something, send it right on over to me, bud. I'll play it if there's more. Trust me, I want to. But yeah, the fucking what were we saying? I don't know, man. Fuck.
Ruby Ridge guy.
Oh yeah. Um, but he wasn't like okay, outspoken maybe because people knew that he didn't agree with the shit the government was doing, but he was no fucking activist. He was no fucking let's go and go out there and get him, guys. He wasn't. He's just like
Uh,
he
he
got the fuck away from him. That's it. He took him and his
no, he
family and
didn't.
got the fuck out of there.
He went and attended a bunch of fucking white supremacist cotillions and anti-government things and
He
shit.
didn't attend them. He moved next door to it.
No, he attended them.
He attended it?
Yes.
Okay, so what? You go to a fucking you stumble into an AA meeting doesn't mean you're an alcoholic.
But if you go back second and third time,
You
might have a problem.
there might be something wrong with you.
Now the family claims that he was not a white supremacist, and I don't give a shit one way or another because he shouldn't be considered guilty by association. And if you want to think that that's stupid shit, you're fine. That's fine as long as you don't go out hanging black folk. But they entrapped that motherfucker.
Yeah, and then they made him look bad too because you can't tell me that the fucking KKK, the American KKK, doesn't have ties to the government still. It used to back in the day. It does still now.
Well, wasn't KKK stuff. This is more skinhead type shit.
Whatever. They had motherfuckers go out there talking about how he was a white patriot. They made him look like shit in the news. They made him look like shit as much as they possibly could in the public eye. And fucking... And you're going to tell me the official story, the fucking ATF getting... the FBI being surprised that the wife was dead? Motherfucker, your guy had her in his scope. Knew that he pulled the trigger while she was in his scope.
While she was holding
a baby.
Infant.
How the fuck did you not know that you killed that bitch? You shot her. Did the guy have a blindfold on and just say, let's see where this one goes, Cap?
Now, they didn't actually come out of that unscathed on that deal either. I mean,
please, nobody even remembers it.
They got sued and they had to pay him millions of dollars.
Like they didn't have it?
Well, no, it's our money.
Hey guys, we need to print a couple more dollars here.
No, the fucking feds were completely wrong on this. I'm not saying they weren't.
Yeah, Oz said it. They tried, and they overpaid him. I want to say, I forgot what it was. I want to say it was like $1,000 or so. It was something ridiculous to take off 2 fucking inches of a shotgun barrel. That was it.
If I'd have been Weaver, I'd have cut it down to like 18 inches and a 16th of an inch.
Yeah.
So they come riding into Bustion, it's not illegal.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. These it's shit like that. It's shit like Waco. It's fucking all the mishandling of fucking. It's just they need to go away. The ATF, the FBI, the fucking Homeland Security. You know.
I don't disagree.
All that shit needs to go away. But it won't until we get in front of the Supreme Court with this whole Miranda argument.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Talking to you's almost like talking to Ponnery. Except you don't usually throw in wood chippers.
All right, let's talk about Mr. Guns and Gear now. Is he a good guy or is he?
No idea.
Yeah, me
I
neither.
haven't watched enough of him to know.
He seems like a dude. He seems like a motherfucker that, if we wanted to get rid of the fucking ATF and all of these fucking crazy people that are making money off of the fucking Second Amendment fight, I think he'd be with it. I think he'd be with it.
Do you?
Yeah, I do.
If his YouTube checks went away?
Yeah, I do. Because you know what? He started off as one of those shooter guys. Let's see how far this Glock can shoot. We're going to take this Glock all the way out to 115 yards and see if we can hit steel. That's his shit.
How many of these guys that are on YouTube doing Pro 2A stuff, like on the advocacy side,
Oh, yeah.
really want to see it end?
I would say very few of them, if any of them. Very few.
Now,
Because then what the
granted,
fuck would you do? What type of a fucking, what good is a tour if there's no fucking, no fight? There ain't no fight no more. What the fuck are you going to do?
the huge bucks from YouTube are not coming to gun people anymore, but still,
No.
I mean,
No,
unless
but
you're Hickok.
No, but that, like I said, man, this should be over with right here. We have it all in writing. We have cases already that have set precedences for constitutional merits. What's
This
part of
shouldn't
the
be a fucking.
Constitution? What's more part of the Constitution than the Bill of Rights? And what's more part of the Bill of Rights than the Second of fucking Amendment?
This shouldn't have ever existed. In 1934, they should have been saying, "Wait a fucking minute here."
Yeah. Sounds like you guys are cooking up some bullshit, and I don't
When
like it.
Wyatt and the boys were banning the carry of handguns at Tombstone, they says, "No, no, you ain't doing that shit."
Yeah, that was gay shit too. Like they did that a lot in the West. You can't carry in the city. That's gay.
I know they did it in Dodge, and I think there was a couple other cities in Kansas and Tombstone, and probably many, many, many other cities. No, those are the only ones that I've really seen.
Yeah.
But yeah, that should have been fucking squashed right there too. Now it's perfectly legal for the guys that have the saloons to say, "No, you ain't bringing your fucking guns in here." Seen how you drunk fucks do. Take them down to the sheriff's office. Pick them up when you get sobered up.
Yeah. Muscle says two gun guy is a Delaware resident. That ATF visit occurred on the day Dettelbach was sworn in. Oh, that's interesting. Could have been something for like politics. Because like on the beginning before elections and right after elections, I've noticed is when the police do a lot of their raiding and their fucking shutting shit down and a lot of major arrests. That could be a
I
thing.
just, you know, these kind of things always strike me as peculiar when I've done way more than this dude just did, and nobody knocked on my fucking.
Yeah.
And all they put in there is what you bought and serial numbers.
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, now look, and then they were talking about guns and gear too. I'm gonna get to Gunny. Gunny got a question, but Outcast was saying you can't always tell by somebody's videos. Well, not always. But and then Muscle says that his wife's a thick little spinner. I haven't seen her yet. I'll look though.
The whole
But yeah, no, but that's the thing though too is that a lot of people did start off with like I mean look at Iraq veteran 8888. He was doing like meltdown videos and like let's see how many bullets it takes to melt this AR. That type of shit, like a lot of these channels, and I'm not just singling him out too. It could be Guns and Gear. I don't pay attention to none of these motherfuckers enough. I mean, look at the shit that happened with the Gun Collective. They used to be like that too. Like, whoa, look at this Desert Eagle with a silencer on it, or so. You know what I mean? But everybody saw that they can get more views, they can get more money. The drama aspect of the Second Amendment All these motherfuckers saw that shit and got lured into it. So now they're what you would call, they went from shooting sports like fucking whatever it's called, you know, they enthusiasts. Now
Well,
now these motherfuckers are activists. That
watching people shoot a gun is boring as fuck unless they're actually shooting it at people.
it is, but they listen. They found a market for it though. You know, they were making money off of YouTube well before any of this bullshit. But fucking now it not only is it cool it's cool in the gun community, but it's also fucking getting views. It's also getting sponsorships from people. So I mean now everybody wants to be a fucking activist. And I
Well,
can't necessarily blame them, but at the same time it's like, come on guys, we really just need to get rid of this shit.
it's pretty much never-ending fountain of income.
Exactly.
You know, so none of these
Activism.
fuckers have a goddamn reason to see it, to really want it to go away, because that cuts off their stream of income.
No, as a matter of fact, there's a reason to keep it going. Which, I mean, like I said, advocacy, activism, all them be damned. One word, sure, 2 words, 3 words, 4 words, shall not be infringed.
As we listen to
fun.
little Jimmy learn how to count.
I did it!
You know, back in the day, I was pretty well behind the NRA back in like the 70s and early 80s, because they were more about the shooting side of firearms than they were about the advocacy side, although there was some of it.
Yeah, but it wasn't their main thing.
After circa, say, Charlton Heston era, or LaPierre era, if you want to, it became about that advocacy money.
Yeah.
And that's when you really started seeing the hard compromises, because they had no vested interest in actually ending gun control, because that's what they were making their wealth off of.
Yeah. Well, we'll give you this if you guys still let us have majority of our... Like, get the fuck out of here, man. All or nothing. Like, what the fuck? Seriously. Like, I know the nothing part sounds a little bit scary, but all or nothing, because this is bullshit. We have it written down what the fuck it means. It's over with.
There's a reasonable chance that the nothing side of it will get us all.
Nothing? Absolutely.
Right. I mean, if they say flat out guns are banned, then they're going to have a fucking problem.
Well, but see, that's the thing though. Here is that, I mean, you have to take a risk. It is a gamble. You're right. The all or nothing argument. That's a gamble. But seriously, at this point, we either keep the Constitution or keep the Second Amendment as it is, meaning what it means, like that the South Carolina versus the United States. That's what it meant when it was adopted. It means now.
Well, we went
Period.
halfway there in this last decision, because any new gun control law has to be weighed against what the Constitution meant when written.
That was a joke, because what came out right after that? The assault weapons ban proposal?
It's a proposal.
Nonetheless,
there's fucking ridiculous amounts of proposals every fucking day. It don't mean shit until they start to vote on it.
It was immediate, though. The Supreme Court said something.
Don't matter.
You think that it would have some weight and validity, and then they're like, nah, we're going to pull this fucking the next day.
That doesn't mean shit. I mean, just go through and look at shit that gets proposed. I mean, there's fucking insane shit getting proposed. You know, most of the time it never makes it out of a committee, if it even makes it to a committee to start with. But
I could give you that. I'll give you that.
Now, when it gets into the Senate, and the Senate say, well, you know, this don't seem like a bad idea. Well, it does seem like a bad idea. Shall not be infringed. God damn it! It's pretty simple language, really.
I mean, yeah. And infringement is a very delicate word too, because it doesn't even mean to infringe upon something isn't even to fucking stop it. It's just getting
It
in
ain't
its
got nothing to do with
getting
strings on your leather vest.
getting in the way. That's
Oh, come
infringing.
on, that's fucking funny.
I laughed. You didn't hear me go, huh?
No, you didn't, you lying bastard.
I went, huh? And then
Oh yeah, this is the Lies Jimmy episode. Sorry.
Here lies Jimmy.
Carry on.
Well, that's why I did the Here Lies Jimmy thing, because I knew that I was going to come out with the whole Miranda thing and taking this to the Supreme Court, and, you know, most people that would get killed.
We're not throwing you or really anybody else under the bus here, Outcast.
What did Outcast do?
Some of us don't ask for money or have a donation site. I don't give a shit if you do. My only point is that if you're making your income, and there's some of these guys that are doing that off of YouTube money from activism, then you have no vested interest to see that you're being an activist against to end. And I don't mean you per se. I just mean the person.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Like the NRA. They got no fucking reason on earth to want to end gun control because they're making their fucking money from it. More than they are from the education stuff. And LaPierre wants his new suit.
Oh, yeah. She's decent.
I'm super opposed to the whole making money thing here on YouTube, which is why I'm so dead set against us doing it.
Yeah, that $2 on Patreon is really fucking swaying my decisions.
I ain't seen a fucking dime of it.
It's swaying my decisions, not yours. My decisions. If DJ Play Nice comes in here and tells me to do something, I'm doing it. Cause you know,
somebody drops a $500,000 check, my mind might change.
I'm bought and paid for it. $2 a month.
I doubt it, but it might. Fuck, I'm old, man. I can't remember things good enough to change my mind and keep it there.
Yeah.
Not for money. Where are we going now?
I just pulled a whole bunch of singles out of my change jar.
Singles like $1 bills?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't hardly ever deal with money. Well,
26 single dollar bills.
Look, I got more money than that.
I know. It was in the change thing. Like I'm looking and I'm like, oh shit, the change thing is almost filled, but it's not. It's a quarter of the way filled, but it was filled up with $26 bills. That's fucking stupid.
Who the hell put dollar bills in it?
I'll give you one guess. The not smart one.
You.
No. The woman. The woman. But yeah, oh yeah, anybody that wants to look at that link, I mean, Muscles was kinda right. I wouldn't say thick, but she's got a little dumper on her.
Don't care.
Whatever, man. I don't care about nothing.
Oh, I care about some things.
Um,
My ramen can't be low on salt. That actually is one of the things that I find aggravating as hell lately.
what, bland ramen noodles?
Yes.
Yeah, I don't like that. What else do we got, man? I did all the Reddit videos, so we don't have to do the Reddit videos. Those are done. And they age restricted my shit. Ain't that weird as fuck? Like, I already put not for kids, which says next to it, like, parenthesized age restriction. But then I put it out, and then it says it's double age restricted. Does that mean it's like not findable on YouTube or something, or I don't know what that means.
No, we're not findable on YouTube anyway, so I guess.
The New Watch Podcast, if you type in New Watch Podcast, we are the first thing that pops up. Night Strike hit me up. What does he want? The truth about guns, knock
Toilet
knock.
paper?
Oh wait. No, it's the fucking rest of the fucking it's that footage. I think.
That might actually be interesting.
Yeah,
I
except
don't know. And
Truth
there's
About
a lot-
Guns wants me to subscribe and fucking
Oh, fuck
pay.
$2 a month don't cover any subscriptions.
Yeah, like I wanted to watch the fucking that I wanted to watch livewire.com or whatever and watch that um What is a Woman documentary where the guy just walks around and asks people that question. And it's like, yeah, you could sign up right now for $1 and then fucking $87 a month or some shit like that. I'm like, get the fuck out of here. I'll never pay.
Vagina,
Okay,
uterus,
all I'm doing is verifying
fallopian tube,
verifying that you
ovaries,
have it.
woman.
You got 2 different purchases.
Okay.
If you stopped in Philly, though, right, with one of your guns, absolutely 0. I noticed that you were stopped in Philly, though.
Okay.
That's what it was, Tony. He was.
What?
I'm about to. I gotta. I don't know if I could share this on the Discord. Thank you, Night Strike. Fucking appreciate it. Did something. You added to the show. I appreciate that.
If you can share it.
If I can share it, I don't know if I can yet or not. So it should still be on here. Stop sharing. It was great. Super happy face. Okay, and now share. Knock knock. This is it. Okay, so I could share it with Tony now. Shit. Sorry guys. It's not just the click of a button like I thought it was. And then show knock knock. Thanks again for Night Strike showing this, because that just added a whole nother, like, that was the question that we just asked. Why would they find this guy?
We've been having a lot of issues with straw purchases. So one of the things indicators that we get is somebody makes like a large gun purchase, and then a lot of times we've been there and like, oh, those guns got taken. We're like,
So the idea is when you purchase more than 2 guns at a time, it generates a multiple sale report. And it comes to us and we have to check them out.
That's bullshit.
That's all that is. You did nothing wrong.
It is bullshit.
Absolutely 0. I noticed that you were stopped in Philly, though, right, with one of your... Absolutely 0. I noticed that you were stopped in Philly, though, right, with one of your guns.
I noticed that you were stopped in Philly with one of your guns. So was that the reason then?
Well, I've never been stopped in Philly, so it could be.
I don't, man.
we'll wait. Do you feel more comfortable?
I'm okay. I didn't expect.
Oh no! But listen, it just came up. I'm telling you, that's why we came here. Look, there's an email from the federal side saying, hey, can you make sure this guy's got his gun? Now, if you recently just purchased a whole bunch of guns, if we can look at them and just scratch them off, and that way, because I know we're going to see this again.
Yeah, we can just write which ones you just bought, and so we save a trip from coming back. We can just confirm that you have them.
It's none of your fucking business till you got a warrant, you cocksucker. Get the hell out of here.
Okay.
We will stay out here. Okay. You can lock yourself in there.
My little boy in there and my wife.
Oh no! Listen, I understand. We'll stay out here. No big deal.
That's fine.
All right.
We'll stay out here.
All right.
Yeah, I don't blame them. Don't blame them.
I don't blame them. You motherfucking pieces of shit. So I guess that was the end of it. There's no more footage. So he got pulled over in Philly with one of his guns. Let's see here. Agent 1, oh no, he just came up. We're here. Look, I'm telling you. Da 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 da. He doesn't believe we're cops. I don't blame him. Then the homeowner retrieved the rifle. The agent checked the serial number off his list. The homeowner asked if he still needed to retrieve the rest of the firearms. The agent said it wasn't necessary to see any more. They apologized for the inconvenience, wished the homeowner a good night, and left. So, because the guy got pulled over in Philadelphia with one of his guns, they had to see that same specific gun to see that if he wasn't out, or to see that he wasn't in Philly selling the fucking gun? Is that what I'm getting out of this? Because they didn't even want to look at the other guns. They wanted that gun.
That could be the inference. I mean, there's been a lot of violent crime in Philadelphia. But he's in Delaware, I thought, so why would they fucking care?
I mean, Delaware and Philly, that's a hell of a drive. I mean, I don't know, man. It just sounds like it sounds like a whole bunch of bullshit. And it's like a tester. They're testing this one out. We're going to do this guy over here in Delaware and see how it goes. And maybe we could do other American people like that in different American cities. I don't know. Maybe they're just dipping their toe in the water over there.
Fucking beer-getting cocksuckers come to my house in blue jeans, t-shirts, and your fucking surplus store vests. You can get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and you see how they try to like humanize them. Them Ring doorbells are not fucking low key. Like, you know when somebody has a camera doorbell, and them cops knew that shit. So they're trying to like humanize themselves. Like, oh yeah, I don't blame them, and But just like fucking Gunny says right here, I don't get how you're comfortable with tracking down and harassing law-abiding citizens while countless numbers of criminals who don't follow any law or old or new laws. And they should be tracking them. But there's no effort in that.
How much of it is they feel that shouldn't be considered law-abiding to have a gun?
Yeah, there you go. If we're trying to get rid of everybody who has a gun or who supports the Second Amendment.
Or at least make it too much of a fucking nuisance.
Well, first of all, nowadays, and anybody can correct me if I'm wrong, this is just my outlook on things, but anybody that even has any kind of a fucking, what's the word? I don't know, but standing up for the Second Amendment, any kind of advocacy at all for the Second Amendment, you're a fucking gun nut. Period. In society's eyes, not, you know what I'm saying, right?
In the left side.
Yeah, media. The media is going to make you out to look like a fucking gun nut. Or yeah, anybody, just a regular liberal Joe is going to fucking be like, oh, you support the Second Amendment, you fucking gun nut.
They, Mikey says they're just worker ATFBs doing what they're told.
Oh, of course, yeah. The problem is with the upper level, yeah.
No, the problem is that they come in there looking like they were three guys at a bar that decided to stop by a fucking surplus shop and get vests and harass somebody. Man, finish your beer and get the fuck out of here.
But listen, I could understand that too. I mean, them guys watch movies and want to be cool just like the other side, the gangbangers and shit. You know what I mean? Like there's a uniform to being cool. So they gotta portray that. They're not regular cops. They want to go in there, look. And do they provide these tax agents with fucking outfits anyway? I mean, the suit.
I'll bet you there's fucking clothing allowance.
Wear a suit when you come in to do your tax work. A polo, maybe. I don't know. But these guys are nothing but tax agents. They're nobodies. I would tell them to get the fuck out. You guys want to come back here and kill my family and blow me up? Fine, whatever. But for now, get the fuck out of here.
I think that.
And that is, oh my God, Outcast. Outcast kind of hit the nail on the head right here. He says, well, most, because we're talking about why don't they fucking watch regular criminals. Most common criminals, there are exceptions. I've seen it and I know it, but most common criminals don't have much to be taken, like a home or car or investments or big money. They got a little money, but not big money. So, they make criminals out of the people with stuff to take. Like
Yeah, that
law-abiding gun owners. Because I mean, if you think about the big busts, the ones that they talk about, they don't talk about, oh, we just saved an old lady tonight from getting her purse snatched and being beaten up or what, They talk about the fucking, we just got 100,000 pounds of marijuana and 300,000 fucking pounds of fentanyl and fucking $10,000 in cash or millions in cash. Or that's the only shit that them are the things that first of all get people ranked.
Just think, any of that impounded marijuana here in Illinois now can be handed over to dispensaries for sale.
Yeah, that is true. You don't got to just burn it anymore, guys.
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know, man. I don't know. He says it seems to be how they do child support. Oh yeah, and Arizona too is the worst. If you don't pay your fucking child support and whatever chunk goes to the state for making that transaction for you, fuck you. You're going straight. They hunt you down. They come
Here
and
too.
they come and hunt people down on Father's Day and all that shit. It's just fun. It's hilarious. It's fucked up. But I mean, it's also, I mean, if you look at the funny side of it, it's kind of funny too. They wait till Father's Day.
I'll tell you what, when the cocksuckers arrested me, they come down at midnight and got me out of bed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, if they are planning to arrest somebody, they're definitely going to get you at your most uncomfortable, vulnerable moment. That's why the shit in Waco didn't make sense to me. That's why the shit in Ruby Ridge doesn't make sense to me. Why didn't you get these guys when they were at a diner? Why didn't you get them from when he was in transit from his white supremacy meetings to his house? Why did you have to kill the guy's entire fucking family except for his daughter? Did the baby live too? So 2 daughters, right? Lived?
3.
Oh, all 3 of the daughters lived. Okay.
All the son and the wife is the only ones that got killed.
Okay. Yeah, and that was and the dog.
Of Ruby Ridge.
And the dog. Remember? That's why the son got killed. Because the fucking Fed shot his fucking dog, and then he's like, you bitch, or whatever. Killed him back. Like you're supposed to.
Well, yeah, I had forgot about the dog part.
Yeah.
Why the hell wasn't that? Well, I guess he wasn't put on trial because he was dead.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and then the little girl's like, oh, they can't tell on us. They're not credible witnesses. Yeah, that was the whole. But then Waco too. I mean, Waco, they pretty much took out an entire neighborhood or community, whatever you want to call it, when they could have got Koresh at a diner.
If you watch any of those documentaries about the Ruby Ridge thing, that was done some years after.
Yeah.
Listen to that oldest daughter talk.
That was the one that I watched. I don't know if there's multiple ones with her in it, but I watched the one with the oldest daughter, the black hair. She had black hair.
Yeah.
That one was like, I've seen 3. That one is my favorite one because I feel like it's the most, actual accounts.
Yeah, she didn't seem to be painting the picture near as much as others did.
The feds?
Yeah.
The shock on their face when they said that the wife was dead was just horrifying. You guys knew that you got to report. Your sniper reported back. Got the bitch. Or whatever that, you know what I mean? Target down. And then they were taunting him. They were calling out to his wife. After they shot his wife, they were fucking calling out to his wife. To try and drive him crazy. What the fuck? To do some,
yeah.
So he could go out there and do some crazy shit and they could be justified.
Yeah, that's it in a nutshell, I would say.
And then the same thing with Koresh. It couldn't just be a nice little quiet arrest of some guy that we suspect of maybe having a cult and maybe having a lot of fucking weaponry that he shouldn't have. That they have to go in there and destroy the whole fucking place and kill a whole bunch of people. The way they died were bad too. Bunch of women and kids dying in a bunker from suffocation.
I'll tell you what, when that went down, there was a lot of rumbling that Reno should have been prosecuted.
Oh yeah.
Oh fuck! I
Oh
mean,
yeah.
it was a little bit. I don't want to say scary because I would have been on the side that said she needed to be prosecuted, but still, it was a little bit strange.
What, the power that she had in that situation?
No,
That she didn't
the
get called
amount
up.
the amount of people that wanted her fucking crucified for it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But that all went away. And I mean, and listen too, with that whole situation, do do you think that Clinton wasn't getting a play-by-play?
I don't know. I don't know. Clinton's
I'm pretty
ever.
sure that I'm pretty sure that the president of the United States at that time would be getting a play-by-play of what's going down with his agency.
I don't believe that his dick was ever limp long enough for them to reach his brain.
Uh, Plus, we know all them people that he killed when he was in Arkansas, so he don't give a fuck.
Yeah, what's a couple more dead people?
He was in the fucking mafia.
Give me my cigar.
Yeah, give me my cigar and some pussy. They're killing kids. Huh? Well, shit.
You're gonna ram it right through the door like this and just shove it in the opening.
Wrong place, wrong time. Yeah, I don't know, man. Like I said, I got the argument right here, and I'm willing to go to bat for it. I might not be the best spokesperson, like the face of this movement, but
No.
I got it all written out here. All I need is a pretty boy, a pretty fucking boy, um, preferably ethnic. So we need an ethnic pretty boy, um, and I got this figured out. I have it figured out.
So email Coleon Noir.
He don't want. Listen, he even stood up against the NRA and all that shit. He don't want this shit to go away either.
No kidding. He's one of the ones I was talking about.
Yeah,
That was kind of
I know it was sarcastic, but I'm just putting it out there about how I feel. Fuck him too. Um, and
the
then
NRA only
and then of
hired him
course,
because he was a dazzling young urbanite.
yeah, and then of course there people would use what I just said. Oh, fuck him, and then people can possibly take that and say, oh, see, the gun community can't even get along on the simplest things and da 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 da. The first off, we can't get along on shit anyway. Second off, I am the type of person, I've said it a million times, I've practiced it a million times in my life. I can hate you, but I could still work with you. I could work with you, especially if it's on a goal that I'm trying to fucking fulfill.
And
Like,
if there's a possibility of you getting killed on the job,
yeah,
even better.
yeah, you know, I'm gonna give you a little push. But in all seriousness, though, that's oh shit, ah, Jimmy. But yeah, fucking, I mean, all seriousness though, that's how we all should be. Not everybody in the chat. I'm sure that obviously everybody in the chat, you know, is tolerant of bullshit, but.
Well, I fucking hope so, or they wouldn't have been here second show.
But yeah, fucking, that's how we should be, man. I could hate you. I could despise fucking, who's in the chat right now? I could despise Sean Connery, hate everything about him, fucking even, maybe even be racist against Korean people. But me and him have
Why
the
the hell
same,
not? Works
me,
for me.
me and him, yeah, right? What are you, on the rooftop there, buddy? But no, but seriously though, I'm just using an example, obviously. But I mean, we could both hate each other, and he hates greasy fucking Puerto Ricans and fucking whatever. but we both hate each other, but we both have the same goal. Get rid of these fucking alphabet agencies and get rid of the NFA and bring back the full force of the Second Amendment. We could still both be able to be in a room and work together and do all this shit to do what the fuck we gotta do. If I see even though I hate fucking Koreans, if he fucking is getting the shit kicked out of him, I could come over and help him because nobody should want that. Treat others as you want to be treated type of shit.
He don't really look all that Korean. I mean, he's too fucking tall.
He's trying with that little goatee that he's got going on. Nah, but like I said though, seriously, it could be anybody. Yeah, see, Dagos.
We
Muscles,
should be
Muscles
able
is a
to
Dago. Hey,
put things.
I couldn't have guessed that a guy called Muscles is a Dago, but I mean,
We should be able to put personal differences aside to achieve a goal, but it's not human nature these days.
say I hate Outcast. He says he feels left out now. Say Tony hates Outcast because he doesn't like people from New York.
What the fuck? I hate everybody.
He thinks that their pizza fucking sucks. He thinks that they're too
It
crowded.
does.
And
It is.
Yeah, see? There you go.
John Z lived there.
Yeah. That
I
made
don't know if he still does or not, but
it made it a little worse. I could have played for the 92 Bulls. But yeah, but still though, man, I'm just saying, like, fucking, we all have the same goal. We should be able, especially as men.
unfortunately, we don't.
Especially as men us men who work through the pain, who don't give a fuck about shit, who fucking doesn't let nothing phase us, nothing affect us. We fucking keep our emotions bottled up and fucking till we're in a dark room somewhere by ourselves. Fucking men should be able to shrug off little shit like, yeah, I'm a racist, but this motherfucker has a fucking kind of has a good idea. We should be able to do that as men.
There's too fucking many of them out there that say you don't want your neighbor to have a nuke, do you?
You fucking bitch. That's why we're fucked up now. It ain't because we can't get along. America was built on not getting a fucking along. It's not because, oh, well, this guy's a criminal and this guy's a... America was built by fucking criminals. This is a fucking... We need to just stick together to defend our land and to defend our lives and to defend our freedom. Who said the fucking... those who are willing to give away a little bit of freedom deserve for fucking safety deserve neither?
Ben Franklin said that.
Yeah. Bring back dead Franklin. Anybody a necromancer out there? Bring back Benjamin Franklin.
Or, of all the founding fathers, he'd have been my fucking hero. He might actually like fucking better than I do.
And he was a party animal, boy.
Yeah, but
I'd be like, hey, look, Ben, we can go out together. No gay shit, though, but let's, we can still have a good time, buddy.
The thing is trying to convince people of the actual purpose behind the whole of the Second Amendment. The militia part of it means that we need to be armed equally to the military, you stupid fuck. So yeah, my neighbor's got a nuke. As long as he ain't fucking blowing my house, I'm fine with it. Hopefully I got one too, so I can shoot back if it gets to be a neighborly view.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Hey, that's right. Mikey is a printer.
Yeah.
Yes, that's close enough.
Yeah. You're good. You're good. We just need a few documents printed out. A few documents and some uniforms. We should all... Bundy was a sage philosopher. Bundy was a smart motherfucker. I mean...
Now?
No, not so much. Kind of. one of my idols, but fucking Ted. Ted Bundy. He was, until he got through all that, like blaming porn for him being a murderer and shit like that. Until he got to that point, he was quite the philosopher, like Gunny says.
Okay. I'm not
Mm.
studies his philosophy.
Men are better. Men are better than women, pretty much. Sounded good anyway. Good enough for me. Jimmy, you must
The only problem with
realize.
all that is the women got all the pussy.
Mm, yeah, but the solution to that is that we're stronger.
Well, there is that.
Jimmy, you must realize the pussification of the male gender is overwhelming. Is an overwhelming success. Did and done. Boom. Oh, was it a Married with Children? So it was Al Bundy. Never mind. Al Bundy had some good ideas too, and he thought that men were better than women. So I mean, I guess I'm with him too. We should all be like all the Bundys.
I don't know
um, go on.
how we fell into that fucking rabbit hole so quick.
I don't. I'm just saying that because I said we as men. That because I mean, look, men is the superior species, but we should as men also. I mean, do you truck through shit. You just keep pushing, and
We
that's
all, as men, should have our own personal Kelly Bundy accent now,
yeah,
access now and then. Sorry,
yes. I wouldn't be upset at that at all. Cause
I
even
wouldn't
even the
necessarily want to talk to her.
even the old fucking Kelly Bundy looks fucking pretty decent. So cannons are legal. Yeah, that is true. Said one way around the nuke issue, cannons are legal. But staring down a missile and trying to aim my cannon at it while it's coming at me might be a little bit time consuming. Let me
Well,
watch. That video
there's
with the cops, this is the second time Sammy said this. Hold on. That I wanted to get to it earlier, but I didn't. That video with the cops, especially the one where they were ATF, and especially the one with his hands inside his vest. The one thing I'm going to do approaching the door is have my gun hand free in case. Oh, have my fucking gun in my free hand. I'm assuming in case I have to draw it. Which yes, I mean that is very suspicious. That coming like a plate. I'm not a criminal. I'm a law-abiding citizen. I haven't done anything wrong, and then all of a sudden these plain-clothes cops are coming to my door for no reason.
yeah, but do you suppose that that was a play to get him to actually have a gun so they could shoot him?
That too, yeah. They're listen. All they're trying to do is to justify killing people. That's it. That's it. Speaking of which, they're kind of like Raylan.
Exactly.
Kind of like
Well, I love
Raylan.
that show.
Kind of like Raylan. They just want you to give them a reason to blow your fucking face off. Well, shoot you in the chest and miss
Yeah.
your heart. That I'm telling you, that took me immediately out the show. As soon as fucking Boyd was
They
alive in the hospital bed, I'm like, give me a fucking break.
they he didn't miss his heart until they found out that this guy was good for making money.
Yeah, but they should have. What was that show? 2010. He just got done being Shane from The Shield. Like, of course he was gonna be popular.
The thing is that he healed in a fucking week. That was a little tough to follow.
Yeah, that's okay. I'm not there yet, Tony. No spoilers. I'd only made it through the first 2 episodes.
I hope I better shut up then, because there's a lot of shit that shows up after that.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I got it. It's right here on fucking on Hulu. So I
He
got it.
actually becomes way, way more watchable of a character.
Boyd.
Yeah.
Okay, because now listen, Raylan, I like Raylan from fucking Deadwood, but I don't like the. And you said it's gonna get worse from previous fucking conversations about this shit. But there's a very anti-gun undertone in there.
It's fucking Hollywood shit. Of course there is.
Yeah, I guess, but I just two words to describe that show: slurry pond. Is that a good thing? Is a slurry pond a good thing?
Uh, I don't know, man. Some of it. The one I had mentioned on this show before about the gun show loophole bullshit. That
Oh yeah,
almost put
yeah,
me out.
yeah. Like I'm done now. But
And I'm glad I did go back and watch the rest of it because I kind of liked how it ended.
yeah. See, I
Had
mean,
I been Raylan, I'd have ended up in bed with Ava, and I'd have not ever let Boyd get in the middle.
oh listen, I would have fucked Ava immediate as soon as I came over to the house and she started kissing me. That was it. As soon as I would have fucked her in her husband's brain matter, right there. Right there. Are you
Well, you
kidding
just
me?
gotta wait and see what happens.
I am. I no, yeah. I'm gonna keep watching it. Um, my wife's kind of into it, kind of not. But I'm gonna keep watching it. We're only 2 shows in, so I told her like you can't judge it yet.
So she kind of gets a bit of arousal from the gunplay too, huh?
Well, yeah, she's into guns, obviously. Um, but I don't. Is it? It's one of those bad guy of the week shows. Is that what it is? Like this week we got to solve this case. This week we
No,
got it ain't.
no. There's some of that, but mostly it's how do I get this motherfucker in jail for the rest of his life?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, yeah, most TV shows they got their filler episodes, so yeah, I assume that, but okay. So it has a story that it follows.
Yes.
It's not like just this week you fucking da da da. This week yeah, okay. Love your gun rights with
Uh,
the
I can tell you, as far as I know, the last episode has Boyd and Ava in it.
well, we'll find out. Give it a season. That's how I discovered how great Fargo the series was. See, Fargo the movie I liked, but then I started watching the TV show and I just was like, oh, this is kind of fucking gay. I'm gone. I checked out of that show.
Well, there's kind of a lull spot in the last probably 2/3 area of the show for a season. It's kind of yeah,
Yeah.
but it still ends up pretty good.
Yeah, well, I'm gonna finish it. You guys out there too, check out that link that Outcast just went there to get your gun displays. He does pistol and rifles, so go check that out too if you get the chance. Um, give it a season. Yeah, I am. Every season is another lawyer or another layer on Fargo. Huh. That might be interesting. I like the movie. Um,
Well, you can think of Justified as who's Raylan going to be fucking and what's he going to be carrying this season.
oh, he changes up what he carries every season. Right now, it looks like he still has that SIG.
Yes, he changes.
Yeah, he still has that SIG right now.
I think he had different SIG in the first shooting of the show than he did later on in that first show.
Well, I know that he said that he used it when him and Boyd were talking. He said that he used the SIG P226 to kill that first guy. So I don't know. It looked like it was a SIG P226 when he was fucking when he shot Boyd too, but I don't know.
It might have been. I don't remember what they look like.
I don't know, but I'm definitely gonna check out Justified.
I know later on he carries Tupperware.
The Glock, yeah. He had his backup gun was a Glock 26. They disarmed. Remember the Cooper guy broke out of jail and he disarmed him, and then he said, "You're back up too." His backup was a Glock 26. For sure. Unless it was a 23, but it was a 26 more than likely. But yeah, that is kind of a fun part. Like I like to see, yeah, hell yeah. All right, we're done. I might not be here Friday. I might be, but you guys will, I'll have the thing up on Thursday if I'm coming here.
Yes, he's wanting to wuss out again.
Yeah, you know me.
Take his old lady to the doctor and see if I knocked her up. I mean,
make sure there's not a baby growing in that cut tube. Or burnt tube. Yeah, it probably makes more sense in order, yeah. They cut it, then they burn it. Guys.
TV rots your brain. Do man stuff instead.
Oh, I do man stuff while I'm I'm jerking off while I'm watching Justified, cleaning my guns, fucking hell yeah, all types of man shit.
Ava walks across the screen, you toss the fucking gun and grab the Vaseline.
Well, I was working the first shooting. The first scene of the show, I was in it. Honey, give me my lotion. I smell this is gonna get good. Bye.
Bye. Good day, everybody. Son of a bitch, it's 7 after 11.
Yeah, no, I told you, man, I'd do this. Almost professional.
You're watching the Honeywood Podcast. You're watching the new one live.